Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves online recently. And it's a situation that, honestly, has left me with a lot of thoughts. Perez Hilton, the celebrity gossip blogger, has been hospitalized, and the details surrounding his condition and the events leading up to it are both concerning and deeply thought-provoking. What makes this really interesting is how it intersects with broader issues of mental health, privacy, and the pressures of public life. Personally, I think this story goes beyond just the headlines. It's a moment to reflect on how we handle crises, both as individuals and as a society. First off, the fact that Perez Hilton's condition is described as serious but stable, and that he requires surgery is alarming. What many people don't realize is that serious but stable is a medical term that often means the person is out of immediate danger, but still in a critical state. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about a celebrity's health. It's a reminder of how fragile life can be, regardless of fame or status. One thing that immediately stands out is the mention of significant blood loss and additional injuries. This raises a deeper question: what led to this point? And how did things escalate so quickly? The live stream incident, which has been described as disturbing, is a detail I find fascinating. Live streams are often seen as a way to connect with an audience in real time, but in this case, it became a window into a personal crisis. From my perspective, this highlights the double-edged sword of social media. It can bring us closer together, but it can also expose vulnerabilities in ways that are hard to control. What this really suggests is that the line between public and private life is blurrier than ever, and sometimes the consequences can be severe. Another layer to this story is the involvement of Perez's family, particularly his children, niece, and sister, who were in the home just minutes before the live stream. The family's statement that they immediately fled to protect the children from witnessing any further trauma is heart-wrenching. In my opinion, this speaks to the instinct to shield loved ones from harm, but it also underscores the difficulty of managing a mental health crisis in the public eye. What makes this even more complex is the family's plea for privacy, which, in today's media landscape, feels almost like a contradiction. How do you ask for privacy when the world is already watching? The fact that Perez Hilton is hospitalized under Florida's Baker Act adds another dimension to this story. For those who might not know, the Baker Act allows for involuntary examination of individuals who may be a threat to themselves or others. This raises questions about autonomy, mental health treatment, and the legal frameworks in place to handle such situations. Personally, I think this is a moment to discuss how we, as a society, support people in crisis. Are our systems equipped to handle these moments with compassion and effectiveness, or do they often fall short? What's also noteworthy is the family's effort to clear up misinformation and emphasize that credible updates are only available on Perez's website. This is a smart move, given how quickly rumors can spread online. But it also highlights a broader issue: the challenge of controlling the narrative in a digital age where everyone has a platform. In my opinion, this is a cautionary tale about the importance of verifying information before sharing it. Misinformation can cause harm, not just to the individual, but to their entire support network. As I reflect on this situation, I'm struck by how it connects to larger trends. The pressure to maintain a public image, the vulnerability of mental health, the role of social media. These are issues that affect so many people, not just celebrities. One thing I keep coming back to is the question of responsibility. Who is responsible for ensuring that someone in crisis gets the help they need? Is it the individual, their family, the media, or society at large? Personally, I think it's a shared responsibility, but the reality is often far more complicated. In closing, this story has left me with more questions than answers. How do we balance transparency with privacy? How do we support those who are struggling without exploiting their vulnerabilities? And how do we navigate the complexities of public life in an era where everything is amplified? These are questions that don't have easy answers, but I think they're worth discussing. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching.